much about Texas, and now that we're finally here, I'm all choked up. You know, I understand we're here in the Will Rogers complex, is that right?
That's right.
Will Rogers, the man who's famous for the words, "I never met a man I didn't like." You never met me, Will Rogers, because I got about as much in common with a tobacco-chewing, dust-kicking redneck that wears cowboy boots and a cowboy hat as I do with a Martian with 3 heads. But I tell you what I do have. I do have the greatest tag team in the entire world. The greatest combination in sports. Lean, mean, slick, and quick. The skill, the strength, the stamina, and the ability of 2 men blended together as one. Twin sons of different mothers. Every thought, every action is combined as a team. And that's exactly why that on Christmas night, we got that big American Tag Team title match coming up with the Fantastics, Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers. I'll go ahead and call them the Valley Girls, Muffy and Sissy, because that's what I think of them. They come out here wearing these rock and roll outfits and these tuxedos and playing all this music, and all those girls line the arenas and line the aisles to come out and greet them, and the smell of cheap perfume congregated by all those prepubescent little females makes me sick to my stomach. Now, we've known Bobby Fulton and Tommy Rogers a time or two before, and they've got an extra couple of dents in their head because of it. And all I've got to say is, every place that we have ever seen them, they've been the first ones to leave, if you know what I'm saying, because they don't want none of the baddest tag team in wrestling. So all I'm going to say is, on Christmas night, you better shine those belts up and bring them down, Fulton and Rogers, because before that match is over with, you're going to rue the day you ever heard the name of the Midnight Express. You're going to curse your mother for the day that you were born. You're going to curse yourselves for the day you signed for that match. And you're going to hate the sight of me, and then we're going to take those American Tag Team belts. And Mark Lawrence, one thing, where did you get that tie?
I haven't heard anyone talk that fast since the last time our church had an auction. Midnight Express has arrived. Jim Cornette.
Mark, ever since we've been in Texas, we've been seeing all kinds of Texas cowgirls. You know, the ones more cow than girl. Now I know why they say everything's bigger in Texas. But anyway, we got a big American Tag Team Championship match coming up Christmas night against the Fantastics, and I'm looking forward to it for several reasons. First of all, Christmas night, that's going to be a nice Christmas present. The American Tag Team Championship belts to put in our trophy room. Second of all, we get the opportunity to beat on the Fantastics' heads just like we've done so often and so well in the past. And third, my mother told me last week that if we win those belts and beat the Fantastics, that she's going to give me a large Christmas bonus. And I don't want to say exactly how much it is, but let me tell you this. It's enough to boost the whole economic factors of the entire country about 5 points. I would come out here and flash a lot of money around, but that's so crass. That's tacky. That's what you do in Texas, you know, because you make all your money out of something greasy and grimy comes out of the ground and raising live hamburger meat. But anyway, the Fantastics. We've seen you two before, Fulton and Rogers, and believe me, you're not going to be anxious for us to see you again, because we're going to beat your brains out, although that wouldn't take much doing, because they are so stupid, if you took their brains and stuck them in a flea's belly, they'd rattle around like a BB in a boxcar. But let me tell you this, and I'm going to tell all the people of Texas in language you can understand. You remember the Alamo, it was in all the newspapers, how a handful of brave Mexicans withstood the charge of thousands of cowardly Texans until a few good men... Until a few good men from Tennessee come down and bailed a whole stinking state.
I didn't read that, and I used to teach Texas history.
Bailed a whole stinking state out, and here we are. Are you here to interview or interrupt? Here we are, 3 good men from the South, and we're coming down to bail a whole state out again by getting rid of you Fantastics, running you out of here just like we've run you out of every place where you've ever been, taking the American Tag Team Championship and leaving you laying there bloodied, broken, beaten with all your little friends and all your little female fans crying over you. All you got to remember is on Christmas night, the Midnight Express are going to be stronger, just a little longer.